Democrats. Republicans. In a battle for the Senate, Governor, and House control, our full coverage of Decision 2020 starts right now. Let's start with our 7 p.m. poll closings. In Vermont, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. In Virginia, Tim Kaine will win in the state of Virginia. Out of the state of South Carolina, the governor's race, Henry McMaster, the projected winner. In Vermont, Phil Scott will go on for another 2-year term serving Vermont as a governor. In Indiana, Joe Donnelly and Mike Braun in a face-off for this Indiana Senate seat currently held by Joe Donnelly, the Democrat. In Georgia, the governor's race, Stacey Abrams trying to unseat Casey Cagle for the governorship of the state of Georgia. In Vermont, the Democrats will retain onto their district. And in the state of Virginia, 6 out of the 11 districts will go to the Democrats. In South Carolina, 1 district going to the Democrats, 6 to the GOP. In the state of Indiana, 2 districts going to the Democrats, and the other 7 going to the GOP. And in Kentucky, 1 district going to the Democrats to 5 for the GOP. In the state of Georgia, it will retain at a 410 seat majority for the Republicans. And taking a look at the Senate map, there's 51. You need 51 seats to win. The Democrats have 25 and the Republicans have 42. There is 1 toss-up so far. In the control of the National Governors Association, you need 26 to win. Democrats have 7, the GOP has 9 with 1 toss-up. And in the House of Representatives, the Democrats have 15 seats with 2 gains, and the GOP has 33. Stand by for the 7:30 p.m. poll closings from many states. In Ohio, Sherrod Brown, a very early call, is the projected winner in Ohio's Senate race, much not as close as people thought. In West Virginia, the Senate race, Joe Manchin in a face-off against Patrick Morrisey. Joe Manchin has a small lead, however, right now mostly Republican precincts are reporting. And in Ohio, the governorship, Richard Cordray trying to get back his seat, and Mike DeWine is from the Republicans after John Kasich resigned. And in Ohio, the Republicans have the majority, 10 seats to the Democrats, 6 with 1 gain for the Democrats. In North Carolina, 1 gain for the Democrats, but they still are far behind the Republicans, 4 Democrats, 9 Republicans. And in West Virginia, no surprise here, 3 districts going to the Republicans. In the control of the race for the Senate, there is 26 Democrats, 42 Republicans with 2 toss-ups. The control of the National Governors Association, 7 Democrats, 9 Republicans, 2 toss-ups. And in the House of Representatives, the Democrats have 4 gains, giving them 24 seats to the Republicans' 56. Stand by for the 8 p.m. hour poll closings from many states. In Mississippi, Roger Wicker is the projected winner in the Mississippi Senate election. In the Mississippi special election, Cindy Hyde-Smith is the projected winner. In Pennsylvania, Bob Casey, the projected winner. In Maine, Angus King will go on for another 6-year term. Same thing with Massachusetts, Elizabeth Warren. Sheldon Whitehouse will serve Rhode Island for another 6 years, and Chris Murphy will serve Connecticut for 6 more years. In New Jersey, Bob Menendez, this was very close to being too close to call. However, exit polls show that Bob Menendez has quite a large lead, more than the lead that he is showing in the popular vote right now. In Delaware, Tom Carper is the projected winner. In Maryland, Ben Cardin, the projected winner. In Missouri, the Senate race here very close. Claire McCaskill trying to defend her seat against her Republican challenger, Josh Hawley. That is not the correct picture there. In the state of Tennessee, Phil Bredesen and Marsha Blackburn fighting for Bob Corker's Senate seat. Phil Bredesen has a lead. In Florida, Bill Nelson has a lead over his Republican challenger Rick Scott, a 5-point lead to be precise. This is a Democratic seat. In Pennsylvania, Tom Wolf is the projected winner in the governor's race in Pennsylvania. Rhode Island, the governor's race, GINA Raimondo is the projected winner. Coming out of the state of Illinois, a very early call, Chris Kennedy getting his seat from the Republican incumbent loses his seat at poll closing time. In Maine, Janet Mills, another gain for the Democrats, will go on for the governor of the state of Maine. In Alabama, no surprise here, Kay Ivey, the projected winner. In Tennessee, Diana Black will go on to serve Tennessee as the governor. In Massachusetts, Charlie Baker is the projected winner. He is the most popular governor in the United States. In New Hampshire, Chris Sununu narrowly holding on to his seat. However, he is projected to lose his seat in 2020, but we should have to see about that. New Hampshire goes to Chris Sununu. In Oklahoma, Todd Lamb is the projected winner. In Florida, the governor's race, Gwen Graham trying to actually get Rick Scott's seat against her Republican challenger. She is currently leading. In Connecticut, Ned Lamont is currently tied with his Republican challenger Mike DeWine. In Maryland, the governor's race, Ben Jealous is behind his Republican incumbent governor Larry Hogan. Remember, Ben Jealous pulled an upset in the Democratic primary, getting rid of the Democrat establishment person, Rashawn Baker. In Alabama, 7 districts, 1 of which will go to the Democrats. In Mississippi, again, 1 going to the Democrats, 3 for the GOP. Democrats not doing too well in the Deep South. Tennessee, 2 districts going to the Democrats, 7 to the Republicans. In Missouri, Claire McCaskill's seat, 2 districts for the Democrats, 6 for the Republicans. In Oklahoma, Todd Lamb has now been elected governor there, and the Republicans will carry all 5 of their districts. In the state of Florida, 27 districts, Democrats getting 2 gains, but still the Republicans retaining the majority in Florida. In Pennsylvania, 2 gains for the Democrats, 1 gain for the Republicans, but it will be 1 gain for the Democrats in total after the redistricting. In Maine, 1 for 1, it is tied in Maine's House of Representatives, the Republican narrowly retaining that 2nd district. In New Hampshire, both districts will stay with their Democratic incumbent representatives. In Illinois, 13-5 for the Democrats. They are gaining 2 seats in Illinois. In Massachusetts, Charlie Baker was just elected governor of Massachusetts, but the Democrats hold on to all 9 representatives in the state of Massachusetts. In Rhode Island, both districts staying with their Democrat incumbents. Connecticut, all 5 of their districts are contested governor's race there in Connecticut, going to the Democrats. In New Jersey, Bob Menendez seat, 9 Democrats, 3 Republicans with 2 gains. And in Delaware, 1 district's going to the Democrats, and in Maryland, 1 going to the Republicans, the rest going to the Democrats. This is showing positive signs for Ben Jealous, however, he is still behind Larry Hogan. In the control of the Senate, 34 Democrats, 44 Republicans with 5 toss-ups. The control of the National Governors Association, 11 Democrats gaining 2, and 13 Republicans, 5 toss-ups. And in the House of Representatives, 101 Democrats, 116 Republicans. The Democrats have 11 gains. Taking a look at the 8:30 p.m. poll closings in the state of Arkansas. In Arkansas, the governor's race, Asa Hutchinson is the projected winner. In Arkansas, the House of Representatives, all 4 districts staying with their GOP incumbents. And looking at the control of the Senate, 34 Democrats, 44 Republicans, 5 toss-ups. If the Republicans were able to get all 5 toss-ups, That means they would need to win West Virginia, Indiana, Missouri, Tennessee, and Florida. That would mean that they just need one more seat to retain their majority. However, they already have some safe Republican seats, including Utah, Wyoming, and Nebraska, some likely Republican seats such as Texas. And in the control of the NGA, 11 Democrats, 14 Republicans, and the House of Representatives, you see that. And now it's time for the 9 p.m. poll closings from many states. In Wyoming, John Barrasso will be elected Wyoming Senator. In Nebraska, Deb Fischer, no surprise here, will be re-elected. In New York, Kristen Gillibrand will be elected the New York Senator. In Michigan, Debbie Stabenow, one of the oldest senators in the United States, Michigan, will send Debbie Stabenow once again to the United States Senate. In Wisconsin, Tammy Baldwin is the projected winner. Minnesota, Amy Klobuchar is the projected winner. In Minnesota's special election, Tina Smith, the projected winner. In New Mexico, Martin Heinrich is the projected winner. In West Virginia, previously too close to call, Joe Manchin is the projected winner. In Texas, a very contested Senate race here. Beto O'Rourke, the progressive Democratic challenger, is trying to unseat Ted Cruz. This is a Republican seat. A very interesting race there in Texas. In Arizona, Kristen Sinema is at 53% and Martha McSally is at 46%. In North Dakota, a contested Senate race here. Kevin Cramer has the slight edge there in North Dakota. In Maryland, we can now project Larry Hogan is the projected winner. In Texas, Greg Abbott is the projected winner. Coming out of the state of Kansas, Jeff Colyer is the projected winner. Nebraska, Pete Ricketts is the projected winner. In the state of South Dakota, KRISTI NOEM is the projected winner. Coming out of Wyoming, Ed Murray, the projected winner in Wyoming's governor race. In Arizona, Doug Ducey is the projected winner. In Colorado, Donna Lynn is the projected winner. Coming out of the state of Minnesota, Tim Walz will go on to serve Minnesota as governor. In Connecticut, Ned Lamont is the projected winner. He was considered probably the most vulnerable Democratic governor, but he holds on to his seat. In New York, Andrew Cuomo, brother of Chris Cuomo, who is host of Cuomo Primetime on CNN, will be re-elected for New York governor. In New Mexico, the governor's race, Michelle Grisham is the projected winner. Out of the state of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmire is the projected winner, ousting her Republican challenger at poll closing time. In Florida, Gwen Graham is the projected winner. In Kansas, 4 seats up and 4 will go to the Republicans. In Louisiana, 5 Republicans, 1 Democrat. In the state of Michigan, 7-7 with the Democrats gaining 1. And in Nebraska, the Democrats gaining that 2nd district in Nebraska, 2-1. And in New Mexico, 2-1 for the Democrats. In North Dakota, and the Republicans will hold on to that seat. In South Dakota, they will also hold on to their seat. And in Wyoming, they will hold on to their seat. In Arizona, the Democrats are in the favor here, 5-4, the Democrats picking off Martha McSally's seat when she resigned to run for the U.S. Senate. Colorado, 4-3, the Democrats gaining 1, which means they are now the majority in Colorado. In Minnesota, 7-1, the Democrats gaining 2 here, and lopsided victory there for the Democrats in Minnesota, wiping out some hopes for a Trump victory there in 2020. In New York, 20-7 for the Democrats, they're gaining 2 seats in New York. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is from the 14th district. She is one of those Democrats that are being elected to the United States House of Representatives. In Wisconsin, Tammy Baldwin's seat, the Democrats 4-4, the Democrats gaining Paul Ryan's seat actually. In Texas, 12 to 24, and the Democrats are gaining 1 in Texas. This is not very good for Beto O'Rourke in the Texas Senate race there. In the control of the Senate, 41 Democrats, 46 Republicans with 7 toss-ups. In the control of the NGA, 18 Democrats, including 5 gains, and 22 Republicans, 3 toss-ups. And in the control of the House of Representatives, 164 Democrats gaining 21 seats and 185 Republicans. It's now time for the 10 p.m. poll closings. In Utah, Mitt Romney is the projected winner. In Florida, Bill Nelson will be re-elected, which means that the Democrats in this year Florida is now turning blue as they have retained onto the Florida Senate seat, and also, as well as this, gained the Florida governorship. In Nevada, 52 for Rosen, 47 for Heller. Dean Heller is one of the more unpopular Republican senators. In Montana, 55 to 45 for Jon Tester. Not very contested, but still right now it is too close to call. In Iowa, Kim Reynolds is projected to be re-elected as governor of Iowa. In Nevada, Ross Miller is the projected winner of the governorship of Nevada. This is good for Jackie Rosen. In Utah, 4 Republicans, 0 Democrats. Montana, Republicans in the majority. In Nevada, 3 Democrats, 1 Republican. And in Iowa, 2 Democrats, 2 Republicans. The Democrats gaining 1 seat there. Taking a look at the control of the Senate, 42 Democrats, 47 Republicans. If the Republicans were able to pick off just 3 of the remaining toss-up seats, they would be in the majority. Currently, the Republicans are leading in Texas and North Dakota, and the Democrats are leading in all the other states, but Indiana and Tennessee are still very close. In the control of the NGA, 19 Democrats, 23 Republicans. And in the control of the House of Representatives, 169 Democrats, 193 Republicans, including 22 gains for the Democrats. The Democrats just need to hold on to all their remaining seats and get 2 more gains from the Republicans. Now it's time for the 11 p.m. poll closings. We have a major projection right now. We can now project that the Democrats will gain control of the U.S. House of Representatives. We did not put that in there, but they have gained control of the House of Representatives. However, Heidi Heitkamp has lost her seat in North Dakota to Kevin Cramer. Kevin Cramer is the new United States Senator from North Dakota. This is a Republican gain, the first one of tonight. In Arizona, Kristen Sinema is the projected winner. In Tennessee, Phil Bredesen will go on to serve the state of Tennessee for 6 years. And in Montana, Jon Tester is the projected winner. In the state of Washington, Maria Cantwell, the projected winner. In Hawaii, Mazie Hirono will go on to serve the state of Hawaii for 6 more years. And in California, the oldest senator in the United States, Debbie Stabenow, I believe 87 or 88 years old, will go on to serve California for 6 more years. In Idaho, Brad Little is the projected winner in the governor's race here. Oregon, Kate Brown, the projected winner. In California, Gavin Newsom is the projected winner. In Hawaii, David Ige, the projected winner. In Wisconsin, a major gain for the Democrats, Tony Evers is the projected winner over Republican incumbent Scott Walker. This is a Democratic gain, a huge Democratic gain. In Ohio, another huge Democratic gain, Richard Cordray unseating the seat of John Kasich. Richard Cordray, the projected winner. In California, you can see all those blue circles. That's because the Democrats have 45 seats in California. In Oregon, 4-1 for the Democrats. In Washington, 6-4 for the Democrats, including 1 gain. And in Hawaii, 2 Democrats in Hawaii. In Idaho, 2 Republicans in the state of Idaho. Taking a look at the control of the Senate, there are 48 Democrats, 48 Republicans. There have been, I believe, There have been in total a total of 2 gains for the Democrats and 1 gain for the Republicans, which means it evened out to 1 gain for the Democrats. In the control of the NGA, 24 Democrats, including 7 gains, 24 Republicans. If the Democrats are able to win Georgia and Alaska, it would be 26-24. Right now it's 33-16, and that would be huge for the Democrats winning the NGA. In the control of the House of Reps, the Democrats have won control 227-207. Now it's time for the 12 a.m. state calls in the Senate races of Texas, Indiana, and Nevada, and the governor race of Georgia. We can now make a projection that the Republicans will retain control of the U.S. Senate, because that comes out of our calls from the state of Texas, with Ted Cruz winning his Senate seat, which puts them at 49-48, and this is the one that put them over the top. Indiana, Mike Braun, the projected winner over incumbent Democrat Joe Donnelly. This is a massive gain for the Republicans. In Nevada, Jackie Rosen is the projected winner. And in Georgia, Casey Cagle, quite a bad photo of him there. Casey Cagle is the projected winner over Stacey Abrams. Taking a look at the Senate map, 49 Democrats, 50 Republicans, the Democrats picking off 1 gain and 1 toss-up. Missouri is still too close to call. In the control of the NGA, 24 Democrats, 25 Republicans. And in the control of the House of Representatives, 227-207. Now it's time for the 1 a.m. poll closings from the state of Alaska. So we have the Alaska governor's race, the Missouri Senate race, and the Alaska House of Representative race is still too close to call. Starting off with the Missouri Senate race, Claire McCaskill will be re-elected. She gets lucky for the 3rd time. She got lucky in 2006, she got lucky in 2012, she is getting lucky again in 2018. This is so bad for the Republicans. They had high hopes for this seat. However, Claire McCaskill narrowly holds on against her Republican challenger, Josh Hawley. In Alaska, the governorship, Mike Dunleavy is the projected winner. And in Alaska, the Republicans retaining on to the Alaska House of Representatives. In the control of the Senate, it's 50-50. However, with Mike Pence, the Republicans are in the favor. It's still the Republicans in control of the NGA. However, the Democrats have made 7 gains, so that's still relatively good for them tonight. And in the House of Representatives, 227-208, the Democrats have gained control of the House of Representatives. All these places they have gained, which makes it easier for the 2020. It makes it easier for them to take control of the Senate in 2020, the NGA in 2020, and the House of Representatives in 2020. Thanks for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one.